All right. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Let me turn that down. Good to see you here today. Hope you are having an absolute fabulous day. You know, I wanted to share with you the number one thing that you need to do in 2018 if you want to become rich. The number one thing. You know, I posted this morning a question, what's the number one thing? And I had a whole bunch of people reply, and it was really awesome. I was surprised. So I thought I would read some of their responses. And oh, by the way, there's 5 people that won silver from sharing yesterday's video, and I'll post that here in a few minutes. But here's some of the things that people said. The number one thing that you need, the number one thing you need to become rich, to become financially free, to become wealthy, the number one thing says you need to be a thinker. Well, that's important, right? Your brain is important. You need to have good looks. I know a lot of ugly rich people. You need to have drive. That's important. Drive. I know a lot of rich, lazy people. I know a dude, excuse me, he's one of the laziest people you ever meet, and he brings in $150 million a year. And he'll tell you, dude, I'm lazy. Look at Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss will tell you he is a lazy dude. His first book was called The Confessions of a Lazy Drug Dealer. That didn't work, so they changed it to The 4-Hour Work Week. What a difference a title makes, right? You need to have willpower. That's important. I know lots of people with willpower, lots and lots of willpower, but they're broke as hell. Broke as a joke. Patience. You need patience to become rich. Yeah, maybe. Maybe patience is a virtue. Maybe it's not. Maybe if you have too much patience, you become too patient and you never become rich. You need to get out of debt. That's a big one. You need to get out of debt to become rich. I say you need to get into debt if you want to get rich. If you want to get rich fast, if you want to be financially free to be able to go where you want to go, with who you want to go, when you want to go, how you want to go, you use debt to get into that. Be alive. That's a good one. Except Michael Jackson's estate has more money now that he's dead than when he was alive. So does Elvis Presley's. So it's still not that one. That one's good. But it's not getting out of debt. Getting out of consumer debt is a good idea. But not all debt is created equal. And debt can make you extremely rich. Look at my friend Grant Cardone. He's got an unlimited line of credit with the U.S. government. He could go borrow $1 billion tomorrow if he could have the properties. The problem is getting all the properties, right? But he has an unlimited line of credit with the U.S. government. The more he spends, the richer he gets. Attitude. Man, I know a lot of rich people with horrible attitudes, and I know a lot of poor people with amazing attitudes. Yes, it's important, but it's not the number one thing. It's not the number one. We're looking for the number one thing to get you rich in 2018. This is the number one thing that you have to do. Number one, you have to do this in order to become financially free, in order to become rich, in order to become wealthy. It's the number one thing you must do. Knowledge. Dude, I know a lot of rich people that are stupid, and a lot of extremely poor people that have a ton of knowledge. And it's not Bitcoin either. This has nothing to do with Bitcoin. I bet those guys are hating life right now that bought a few days ago. When is it? 19, 20,000, and it dropped to 12 and 13. Knowledge is important, but it's not the number one thing. Decision. The decision to become rich. That's important too, but I don't think it's the number one thing. Discipline. Discipline is really important. But is it the number one thing? The number one thing. That's what I'm looking for. The number one thing. The learn to sell. Someone posted that. The learn to sell. The ability to sell. Man, that's important. Selling. I believe selling is the number one skill that you must learn to become good at anything. To be good in your marriage, to be a good father, to be a good mother, to be a good family member, to be a good community organizer. Selling is the number one skill that you need to learn to get rich. But it's not the number one thing you need to get rich. But it is the number one skill. It's the number one, I think it's the number one skill that the most important profession on the planet, and it's the oldest profession on the planet. Did you know that? Selling. It's the oldest profession on the planet. I know you thought it was prostitution, but it's not, because they had to sell it first. I digress. A plan. You must have a plan in order to get rich. No, I don't think that one's even in the top 10. And there's no bad answers here, so please don't, I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings, make anybody feel bad. I just appreciate the fact that you're commenting. I'm just using those comments to do my video. Decide, action, decide, action, decide, action. Yeah, that's good. Balls. I like that, Candy. In fact, that's the last one on my list. Brass balls. Well, I know a lot of females. I won't even go there. But that's a good one. Association. Association. Look at that. You're debt-free. Your score's over 800. That is awesome, Bill. Time to take on some debt. I got some debt. I got some stuff coming in 2018, Bill, that will blow your mind what we're going to be doing with some debt. Association is really important on who you associate, but it's not the number one thing. Tithing. Tithing is extremely important. Giving back to your community, giving back to your church. Praying is very important, but it's not the number one thing to get rich, to become wealthy, to become financially free. And it's definitely not brass balls. That was the last thing on my list. So what is the number one thing? The number one thing that you must do in 2018 to become rich, to have some of this. That's $10,000 in cash right there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about another 15 grand in gold right here. But what's the number one thing to become rich? The number one thing you have to do in 2018 to become rich. Take action. Communication. Communication is important. I'm pulling up the list of winners from yesterday's video. I'm going to post it right here. If I can get in here, figure this out while I'm doing this live. Time. Time is important. All right, so here's yesterday's winners. Hold on a second. Yesterday's winners. Typing it in right there. Yesterday's winners are... Copy paste. I don't know if it's tagging them. I'll clean it up later. There's that one tagged. Okay, how about this one? Sorry, I'm just trying to tag some people here that won yesterday. There it is. Woodward. There was one. Oh, here it is right here. Michelle says she's going to type it in, but I got it now. I got it.
Give me the list.
Oh, I got it. Right there.
You can't type.
All right, there's yesterday's winners. Passive income. Let's see here. Passive income. Just sat through a green light. That's funny, Joseph. Guess what, Joseph? You are on the list of winners from yesterday.
Number one rule.
Excuse me.
Ken's number one rule for the new year was to win more silver.
Win more silver. Kent, Georgie, you're on the list.
And
So we got
Woo-hoo.
we got Sherry Kobe Murray. We got Shondell. We got
That's
Zach
3
Guidry.
for Shondell.
Joseph True, and Kit Georgie. All won silver. So on Tuesday, we will ship out some silver coins for those 5 people.
You did it on my video that I shared, but
But-
I'm exempt from winning.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The number one thing that you must do in 2018 if you want to become rich, if you want to become wealthy, if you want to become financially free. And there's a difference with those terms. Financially free could mean that you have no debt and that you're free from debt. You're financially free. Maybe you only make $15,000 a year, but you live the life that you wanted. Rich means that you have a lot of money, but you could run out of money. Wealthy, that's what I'm going for. I want to become so wealthy that if I just do something stupid, that I'm not broke tomorrow. That I have so much money I can't spend it. I want to be Warren Buffett wealthy, right? Now, why do I want to become Warren Buffett wealthy? Because I want to do what Warren Buffett's doing. He's giving away billions. Billions with a B. He's giving away billions of dollars every year, and he keeps getting richer. I want that kind of money so I can make a bigger impact in the world, a bigger change. I want to give it to my charities. Right? I want Warren Buffett money so I can give it to the causes that I want to give it to make a difference in people's lives. All right, so what's the number one thing? You ready for it? The number one thing that you must do in 2018 to become wealthy, to become rich, become financially free, is you must increase your income. That's it. You must increase your income. Income is king. Cash is not king. Gold is not king. Credit is not king. Knowledge is not king. Decisionness, willingness, brass balls, association, attitude, getting out of debt, patience, willpower, drive, good looks, self-control, tithing, prayer. No. It's income. You must increase your income in 2018. Because if you don't increase your income, it will be decreasing. Nothing stays the same. Even if your income stays the same, you become poor because inflation goes up. And the cost of living goes up through inflation, right? It's a silent tax. It's increased income. So how do you increase your income? Well, you need to do it in increments. You don't go from $40,000 a year to $1 million a year instantly. You have to increase it in increments. So how can you increase it? Well, if you're at $40,000 a year, maybe that's $3,500 a month. Let's increase it by 10%, by $350 a month. So how do you do that? Well, you got to break it down. You know, someone just posted, make money when you sleep. In order for you to make money when you sleep, you must be out there trying to make money when everybody else is sleeping. You must give up sleep in order to make money when you're sleeping. But it is an amazing thing to go to bed at night and wake up with more money's in your checking account. That is a good thing. You need to increase your income. So how can you increase your income if you're at a job? You need to increase your worth. You need to do things that no one else is doing. If you're in the office and you see some trash on the floor, pick it up. It's not the janitor's job. It's not the cleaning lady's job. It's your job. You're responsible. Well, it's not in my, that's not in my job description. Well, if you want to become rich, if you want to become more valuable to your employer and increase your income, you have to increase your worth. If you're afraid to go to your boss and ask for a raise, you don't deserve the raise. If you're afraid to ask for more money, you don't deserve it. Because if you truly deserved it, you would not be afraid to ask for it. And sometimes your boss will make you ask for it. They want to make sure that you think you're worth it. So how else can you increase your income? Well, you don't increase your income by getting out of debt. That's not going to increase your income. If you want to increase your income, maybe you want to get the right kind of debt. You want to get rid of your consumer debt as fast as possible. Consumer debt is cancer. It will do nothing but destroy your financial life. It is cancer. What is consumer debt? Car loans, student loans, motorcycle loans, four-wheelers, credit cards. The consumer debt that is not putting money in your pocket, is cancer. Now, can a car loan be putting money in your pocket? Sure. A car, in most cases, is more of an asset than a house. Owning your car, even with a loan on it, is in most cases better than owning a house. Because at least the car can get you to work. At least the car can help you make money. The house generally doesn't make you any money. Owning a house is, it's the American dream. It's what most people want. To be honest, it's the American nightmare. It's what will keep most people from being rich, from being financially free, because they want to own that house. I'm here in a house. It's 5,600 square foot here in Vegas. I've never had one person ask me how much it costs. No one asked how much I bought it for. I'm not buying this house, man. I rent it. I rent it because I'm using my money to do other things. This house doesn't put money in my pocket. Yeah, I've turned the rental into it so it can put money in my pocket. But also, if I bought the house, I couldn't write it off. But because I'm renting it, I get a tax write-off. I write off the electricity. I write off the water. I write off the cleaning lady. I write off the pool guy. I write off the maintenance guy. I write off the garbage bill. I write off the internet bill. I write off everything because it is a rental. If I owned it, I couldn't write any of that stuff off. Couldn't write off the interest. Couldn't write off the property taxes because it's too much. But because I rent it, I get to write it all off. Get rid of your consumer debt. That's important, but it's not going to make you rich. How else can you increase your income? Increase your net worth. Increase your knowledge. Increase your education. Increase your self-control. Learn how to sell. That's really important. That's amazing. Thank you, Toya. That's so nice. Thank you, Toya. Increase your attitude. Increase your willpower. Increase your drive. That's all important. But in order to get rich, you have to increase your income. You have to increase your income. My daughters, both of my daughters, are becoming amazing salespeople. And my daughter, Toya, has done exactly what I'm talking about. She's a single mom, a deadbeat dad for an ex-husband. Or her son has a deadbeat dad, I should say. But Toya has done exactly what I'm talking about. She's increasing her income. How's she increasing her income? By learning how to sell. She's, in some months, has doubled her income. Not a 10% increase. Doubled it. By learning how to sell. But there's also some things in there increasing her knowledge. Her patience, she's getting out of debt, her willpower, her drive. What's the other one? Delayed gratification is important too, but it's not going to make you rich. It's important. It's not the number one thing. It's buying real estate and renting out additional income. That's important. You know, that's one way to increase your income is by buying real estate, renting it out, let someone else pay down the mortgage as it appreciates. But you should not be buying real estate for the appreciation. That's the wrong way to do it. You don't buy real estate because it's going to appreciate. You buy real estate for one thing and one thing only. Do you know what it is? There's 5 ways to make money in real estate. 5 ways to make money in real estate, but only one is the reason you buy it. 5 ways to make money, one is the only reason you buy. And it's not appreciation, it's cash flow. The only reason you buy real estate is for cash flow, not appreciation, not for mortgage reduction, not for the write-offs, not for the phantom losses. It's cash flow. That's the number one reason you buy real estate. So that's one way to increase your income, is by buying real estate. Another way is just to increase your, like I said earlier, increase your worth at your job. Make your boss see how much money you're worth. The easiest way to become a millionaire is to start as a billionaire. I think, Mike, it's the easiest way to become a millionaire is be a billionaire and buy an airline. That's the easiest way to become a millionaire, right? Excuse me. The number one way to increase your income, the number one way to become rich in 2018 is to increase your income. Start a business. Boom. Sherry, that's absolutely right. You're right. You're a winner today. You won some silver. We'll be shipping it out on Tuesday. Sherry's one of the winners from yesterday's video that I did. What she did to win some silver is she shared my video, tagged a friend, and hashtag Fortress Credit Pro. So if you want to win some silver, share this video, tag a friend, hashtag Fortress Credit Pro. I was just reading some of the comments. The number one way to become rich, the only way to become rich, the only thing you need to be focused on in 2018 is increasing your income. That's what you need to do. Increase your income by starting a business, by investing in real estate, by investing in classic cars, doing what you know. But don't go out and invest in things that you don't understand. People always ask me, why don't you invest in Bitcoin? I don't freaking understand it. My personal opinion is a Ponzi scheme. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't see the purpose of it. I don't see there's any value to it. I don't invest in Bitcoin. I don't invest in anything that I don't understand. You know what I invest in? I invest in this right there. I invest in that. I invest in this. I invest in books. You know what else I invest in? I invest in real estate. I invest in stuff like this. Right? This is what I invest in. This right here. See that thing? I paid $2,000 for that. It's now worth over $5,000. That I can do something with. Bitcoin, I can't do anything with it. Right? I paid $2,000, it's worth over $5,000. Invest in what you know. And if you don't know it, learn it. I want you to go out and get this book. If you don't like reading, go on YouTube, they'll read it for you. Get this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon. Read that. You can order it today, probably have it Tuesday. You can get online. You can go to YouTube. You know, when you're sitting with your family on Christmas, you opened up all your presents and the in-laws are getting annoying, go lock yourself away and watch this video or listen to someone read this book to you on YouTube and take notes. The Richest Man in Babylon. It's not going to make you rich, but it's going to start programming this on how to get rich. And the number one thing you need to do in 2018 is make more money. Increase your income. You have to increase your income. That's the number one thing you must do in order to be rich. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Share the video, tag a friend, hashtag Fortress Credit Pro, and maybe you'll win some silver tomorrow. See you later.